any bag you want, stand right behind you.
All right.
Thank you.
Check your phone.
Tony's up here. You caught a lake trout.
Lake trout out of Higgins Lake. Yep.
And what size?
What size? I don't even remember. It's about 8 pounds, I believe.
Okay.
But my wife handled the boat and netted the fish. Only after she'd caught the first fish, the largest, and limited out. So
you
she
caught
did
the
a great
whole
job.
bag. That's the important part. Okay. J.C. Snyder. Okay, all right.
Snip that.
Here, J.C. I'm with J.C. Snyder here, and you're from St. Helen?
Yes.
Okay, tell us about the fish you caught.
I caught a largemouth bass.
Okay, any size to it?
I think it was about 18 inches.
You can hit belly, this is fishing.
Yeah. Yeah, he was pretty decent. Yeah.
Absolutely. But it had the tag on it.
It did.
And that brings you to this spot right here.
Yes, it does.
So why don't you find yourself, which one's calling your name?
All right. I let my kids pick. They told me this one.
Okay.
The lucky one. But you can't take Tony's, he'll fight you for it.
Christian DeBecky. Kristen, you're another local.
Yes, sir.
Right out of Prudenville here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, tell us about that fish.
I caught a tagfish, a bluegill. I was taking the kids out fishing, and they got bored of it, so I picked it up, and I went at her, and I got one.
There you go. Well, good job.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, all right, why don't you go ahead and pick yourself one of the bags. Darren Lloyd. Darren, how you doing?
Great, how are you doing?
Good. And you're out of Highland, Michigan.
Yep, Helen, Michigan.
You get up here a lot?
Yeah, we got a place in Higgins Lake.
Okay. Tell us about the fish.
It was rock bass in the middle of a rainstorm. Trying to stay warm and first fish of the day.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, it was definitely a cold one.
All right. Have you been looking these bags over?
Yeah, I have not.
Well, see if you want to walk down that way, see if anything catches you.
Lucky number 3.
All right, we need Scott Miles. Scott, you're from this area too?
I am, absolutely.
All right, well tell me a little bit about the fish you took.
Well, I was fishing with my grandchildren and caught a bluegill. They got distracted and headed off. Christian's actually my son-in-law.
I think
we were all together, yeah.
Yeah, and what's nice, all species of fish out there have got tags in them, and they don't have to be big, but they can be. So that's something to think about. Well, good luck to you, and pick yourself a bag. Now, the next one was the person that has not shown up.
Yeah, just
Just
pass it.
bypass him?
Yep.
Okay. David McLean. All right, Dave. You're from Beaverton. And what fish did you catch?
Caught a largemouth bass.
Smallmouth?
Largemouth.
Largemouth? Okay. Decent size?
18 inches, a couple pounds.
All right, that's good enough. Gonna be back to do some more? All right, might be another one out there for you. Why don't you go ahead and pick yourself up a bag? And Brian Downing. Now, Brian's actually here. His wife caught the fish, but
That's right. Yeah. Woman power.
so tell us about the fish your wife caught.
20.5 inch smallmouth.
Nice.
Yeah, it was nice. Fortunately, she uses a big salmon pole. Otherwise, we wouldn't have got it in the boat.
Sounds like she knew what she was doing.
I'm always giving her a hard time about using that pole, though.
I can imagine. Probably looked huge.
Yeah.
Well, Brian, why don't you go down here and see if you can find a bag.
Okay.
Jake Marks. You're from Portland, Michigan. Now, where's Portland?
Oh, it's down by Lansing.
Okay, okay. And you got a nice bass?
Yep, got a nice bass out of the ice in mid-January.
Okay. Was he a good fighter?
Yeah, it was probably 18, 19 inch.
Okay, you were actually a hooked winner. Is that right? No?
Yeah, I caught out of the ice, yep.
Okay. Okay, and it had the tag in it. He was trying to knock it off because
I didn't want to
it
take it
wasn't
off.
legal at the time. So, but he couldn't get it off, so he had to pull it through the hole, and there was a tag. So he pulled the tag, and now you're standing here. Okay, why don't you go ahead and, Jake, and pick a, we must be getting towards the end here, huh? Try a sparrow.
You guys can spread out a little bit, like grab your bag and use it. Yeah.
Down.
You're all kind of big guys, you know. I'm like, oh, sorry.
All right, you got lake trout, right?
Yep.
Yep, you're up on Higgins Lake. Tell us a little bit about it.
We were out ice fishing and it was a really good morning and my buddy was hooked up, so I moved over 50 foot, drilled a hole, and before my lure even hit the bottom, one came up and nailed it.
It sounds like you picked the right spot then.
Yeah,
I'm just pretty happy about that.
Yeah, we limited in, I think it was about an hour and 15 minutes.
Wow. You guys do all right then.
Yeah, it was pretty quick.
Very good.
Yeah, so it was definitely a good morning.
All right, Travis, why don't you, should have a couple of more left. Paul Reesner.
All reasons. The one with the pretty doggies.
Paul's from Oxford, Michigan. That's just south of me. As a matter of fact, my daughter lives down there.
Come on down for a visit.
I should. And you also got the South Lake trout out of Higgins Lake.
I did. I caught my first and only lake trout out of Higgins Lake on March 7th.
Okay, you first and only, is that what it is?
First and only.
Now, do you come up here very often?
I'm up here fishing and hunting all the time.
You need to practice your fishing. That's the first one.
Well, I usually fish for the rainbow trout, but this one I fished in deeper water and got a lake trout.
Okay, well, good job. Maybe you're going to get more. Why don't you go down here and grab yourself a tackle box and...
Another guy didn't show up.
That's everybody, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's give these guys a round of applause real quick.
All right, where's David? Oh, you'll work.
Dave?
I'm right here.
Tell us a little bit about what they're going to be looking for.
All of the bags are packed identically. All of the bags in the front zipper compartment. In the past, we've had you rip through and look for stuff. In the front zipper compartment, there's a duck.
A little ducky.
A little ducky. Might be a lucky ducky. On the bottom of that duck, listed you have a prize. If the bottom of your duck is blank, you were lucky enough to be here today to join us in the celebration. So
there's three things. That one duck says key, and if you have the key, you get to do this spinner thing and get a chance for the big award. Okay. Another duck says Minnow Bucket, and that's a $250 certificate. Another ducket, I can't even says Pioneer Marine 250, and then the last duck is a fisherman. It says fish, I believe, and that's for the school, the Mark Martin Fishing School. Okay.
So, how excited is everyone?
The lucky duckies were donated by Miss Ann here from Artimex.
Let's give Ann a round of applause. a lot of the other stuff in the bags was donated by our associate members and our friends about Roscommon County. So on the count of 3.
Look for your duck. It's a duck hunt.
1, 2, 3.
I feel like we need music. I don't know. You got a key? Oh my God!
All right.
What did you get? Okay. All right. All right. Picture. Hold your duck up. What did you get, Homer? What did you get? Who else?
I got a duck.
You just got a duck. What did you get? You got a prize? The bottom of your duck? Yes. You got the Pioneer prize.
So the other 3 prizes beside the duck, if you'll come up and see me, I'll award you prizes.
What do you think, Kevin?
Wow. All right. Thank you, guys. The people that have an award, please stay up here. Okay.
I was going to have them come over here so I can write their name on it.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought we could get one picture of the winner.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Like, there's some really amazing certificates in your bag.
Like RJ's gave like some food certificates for a sandwich. There's coupons. There's like certificates to Lakeland Recreation.
You're blocking the
Oh,
camera.
I'm sorry. I
again.
keep blocking the camera.
You said you make a great door.
But there's a lot of fun stuff in there, so make sure you take the time to look really good in your bag, okay?
Oh, it's so cool.
Can you guys get closer together so we get a picture? Hold your duck up proud. Okay.
So the non-key holder, the other 3 of you will come up here, I'll award your prize. And we'll have him just get a little bit more nervous.
Wonder what his pulse rate is right now.
Oh, that's so cool.
Let's hope it's a real lucky duck.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
If your luck
So you
holds.
get to, you're Pioneer, right? So you get to use that $250 towards any Houghton Lake Area Tourism Bureau member or associate member, and there's a list. So once you decide what store